Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, we're Rockford Creek Honey Farm. I'm Danny. This is my apiary. I got about 25 hives. I started last year beekeeping. Started with 4 hives and I've kind of expanded a lot since then. Just doing splits, and it's grown, and we love it as a family. It's part of our little small business that we're trying to start up, part of our homestead lifestyle that we're trying to live out here in the country in Northeast Georgia. Tomorrow I'm going to go out and start a new bee yard to kind of split some of these hives up, kind of get some honey from another part of the county. Now I got some friends over on that side of the county. If you want to go check them out, they have a cool, it's a farm fresh produce stand, like a farmer's market. It's called Amy's Creek Farm Fresh Market over in Saltina Coochie. Go check them out. Wonderful people. But yeah, so I'll show you what we're going to do here, and it's pretty simple, and we'll get ready for tomorrow. So what I've got here is just a piece of old window screen. It's great to use for this project. Super cheap. You probably have some laying around. If you don't, your grandpa does or somebody does. What you do is you take it and you cut it down to size, and you put it across this entrance, the whole thing. I'm not going to use this actual piece, but you take it and put it all across the entrance, and you staple it down on the top and the bottom. Just to make sure that your bees don't escape while you're transporting them, or before you leave in the morning, or before you leave in the afternoon, or the evening. And whenever you're doing this, you do want to do it either in the early morning or later in the evening. That way all your bees are back either already in the hive or they've already come back to the hive for the day. I wouldn't do it during the middle of the day because most of your forager bees are going to be out and about, and if they come back and the hive's gone, or it's still here and they can't get in, that's not good news. That's what you don't want. So this evening, it's about 8 o'clock now. It's like 7:45. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close up this entrance, and I'll show you how that's done and what it looks like. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna kind of pull this screen out over about the width of this hive, just to give me a little bit extra. It's hard to do with one hand, but I'm just gonna cut it. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut probably right here for right now, and then I'll go and make like maybe about a 2-inch, 3-inch strip, something like that. Maybe I'll go a little bigger, 4 inches, just to feel safe. And we'll cut out a little rectangle, and then I'll show you how you get that placed on the hive. So now I've got my piece of window screen. You see it's about 4 by 14 or something like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down here, and I probably can't do it with one hand, honestly. I should have brought the tripod out. And excuse the camera for a second. But I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna put it across this like this, across the entrance, so that it's sealed up. And then next I'll just take my little handheld stapler and I'll staple the entrance real good. Make sure it won't open or bees can't escape in the morning. And I did want to show you guys the staple gun that I'm using. It's just the DeWalt brand. It shoots these little 1/2-inch T50 staples, 12 millimeter. Fits any gun. I picked these up at Lowe's, same with the gun, but you can really use any one. There's a lot of ones that are like stainless steel and stuff that are probably a little bit cheaper. This one wasn't really that much though, honestly. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your window screen down there, and you're gonna take it and kind of pull it tight. And I know it's getting dark out here on me, but you're just gonna staple it like that. Just a few times, you ain't gotta overdo it. Just like that on the bottom, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the top. Just a few times. Like that. And it's all sealed up, and I'm gonna probably do 2 or 3 more with these boxes right here. And we'll get them all ready to go. And in the morning, I'll bring the truck down, load up all my electric fence supplies, all that good stuff, get everything I need for the hives at the new location ready, and take it over there. Once I get everything loaded up, I'll show you guys what I'm doing tomorrow morning as we go set up and everything. But this is just kind of the easy way to transport your hives. Another thing you really want to do is, besides getting the entrance sealed up, is take a strap, some kind of like locking strap or something, whatever you got, and put it around your hive so the top and the bottom and all the parts don't come apart while you're transporting it. Put it on there pretty tight. Don't over tighten it though, but just make sure it's secure. And then if it's heavy, these things can weigh close to 80-90 pounds if they're full of honey. So if you're not comfortable lifting that, get a friend, a good buddy, somebody, your husband or wife, whoever's comfortable with helping you move a hive of bees. Get them to help you load it and unload it and set all your equipment up and your materials and stuff. Don't overwork yourself. So yeah, it's kind of rainy. It's getting late out here, but as you can see, I've got 4 of these hives ready, closed off. I might move more out later. I'll probably have to do some more splits, honestly. I just did a lot of these splits about a week, 2 weeks ago. So they've got some growing out to do before the nectar flow starts up. But we're going to move 4 of these strong colonies that we split that seem to be doing good, and they all have new virgin queens that seem to have mated, and things are good, and we'll just go from there. But that's pretty much how you move a beehive. I know there's probably a lot of ways to do it, but this is just kind of the way I learned from somebody else, and it's just sort of the way I like to do things. I like to be conservative and safe in what I'm doing, and not lose any bees, not harm the bees. The main objective here is, I guess as a beekeeper, is just to foster a place where the bees can thrive, and if we end up with some honey on the back end to enjoy later, that's great. But it's really about taking care of nature and animals and everything that God's given us. And that's just kind of who we are. So, I mean, if you want to see more of our channel and more things that we like to do, we've got a lot coming up this summer and this spring. Yeah, we've got the chickens. We just bought 50 quail eggs, jumbo Coturnix quail eggs, from some people over in, I think it's Claremont or Lula, out in the middle of nowhere where there's a ton of beautiful farms. It's amazing. We're going to try to hatch those out starting tomorrow. As soon as the last 5 baby chicks hatch and get out of the incubator, we're going to throw the Coturnix right back in there. Those take about 18 days to hatch. We've got a quail cage that we built inside the chicken coop run. It's pretty cool. I'll show you guys that. I just built it like last week out of a bunch of scrap lumber and stuff. The only thing I had to buy really was some 1/2-inch welded wire and some chicken feeder cups for a waterer. And I've got this whole watering system hooked up and stuff. That's really helpful because we don't have to touch it very often. It's on a 55-gallon drum, and I fill it up maybe once every month or 2 months, depending on how hot it is and stuff outside. I'm really about efficiency when it comes to the animals and stuff in the garden, just because, like, I love all this stuff, but I don't want to be overwhelmed by it. And it does get to be a lot, especially when you start having lots of bees and you have a bunch of chickens to take care of, and if you're adding quail, and one day we want goats, and we have a small garden that we could grow a lot of stuff in. So I have like drip irrigation and stuff in place, and weed barrier on the ground and stuff, just because it cuts down on the maintenance side of things, and it cuts down on the feeding time side of things. And it just really helps us enjoy the things we love without it overtaking our whole lives, even though it is a big part of our lives. And that way we can focus on just being a family and loving each other. And I know I'm taking a little bit of time away from that right now, making this video and explaining this stuff to you guys, but me and my wife Kristen are both on board with recording this stuff and putting it on YouTube and helping people and just being part of the homesteading community. We just want to foster a place for community, and we see so many YouTubers out there doing homestead stuff, and we're just very inspired by it. And we've always for a long time wanted to have like our own channel and live out our own dreams of those, just like those. And this is kind of us saying, yeah, let's do it. So that's kind of where we're at. And if you like our channel, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, tell us what we can do better, what you'd like to see. I'm pretty open to ideas. We got a lot of stuff coming up that I can't wait to show you guys. Can't wait to take you along on the journey. I don't know where it's going to take us, or where it's going to lead, but I think we're going to have a fun summer. I think we're going to meet cool people who have good hearts, that are living for Jesus, and who just want to be friends and neighbors. And so yeah, this is just how we are going to move our bees tomorrow. This is just all the things we've got going on around the farm. Really excited for everything that we've got going on. It's gonna be a lot of fun, like I've said. So if you like it, you want to see more, just like this video, hit subscribe, leave comments, like I said. Tell us what you want to see. Just follow along with us on our journey. We've got a lot of stuff coming up, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. Thank you.